There are many lists, such as the Four Noble Truths, the Three Characteristics, the Seven Factors of Enlightenment, the Five Hindrances, and also the 37 Factors of Awakening. That's not on there, but I just want to know. There's actually pictures on the internet that have all of the Buddhist lists. There's whole websites that have all the Buddhist lists. So that is very true. There's a lot of lists. How do we balance our practice to use these while not overcomplicating the practice? One can get very caught up in the lists with a lot of thinking. That's definitely part of the practice. There is when you're learning the practice, when you're learning all of the scope of Buddhism, there's a lot to take in. And especially when you first start the suttas, you just realize there's thousands and thousands of pages of what the Buddha said and what the disciples said and all this stuff. And you're just overwhelmed. Like, what do I do with all this? I'll give you a quick and dirty answer. You sit down and you watch your breath. That's the answer. When you sit down, you watch your breath and you just practice, it'll all come. When I first started as a layperson, when I first started getting into the suttas and really started getting into learning a lot about Buddhism, for a long time, I didn't know, what's this 7 factors of enlightenment? What's this, what are these 5 hindrances? And, I really didn't, I knew of the 5 hindrances, but I didn't learn them deeply up until a point where I started getting to a point in my practice where they were actually becoming a factor that I can really examine, analyze, and to do something about. So the short answer is to just do it. Just meditate, just practice, to not worry about this. This is really a worry. This is trying to get it all together in one. This is the whole thing like, I have to be a good Buddhist. I have to know all of these lists by heart, and I have to do all these things. And okay, I'm sitting down. Okay, so what's the next step? This step. Okay, then no, you'll just drive yourself nuts doing that. So the best thing is to follow your breath, or if that whatever your meditative practice is that works best for you. And gradually over time, that is how you get to know all of these things. I didn't take the refuge in the precepts and then all of a sudden I knew everything about Buddhism. I still don't know. I still have a lot to learn. And I'm sitting here in front of you with a robe. And so, don't feel bad. Don't feel like you need to know all of these things by heart. You will actually, in my experience, you will start to see them in your practice. When you start to see them in your practice, that's when you say, oh, okay, so that's what they meant. And then that triggers you, that gives you the desire to want to learn more about that. When I was going through the suttas in the beginning, there's a wonderful website called accesstoinsight.org, if you've ever used that. If not, I'll highly suggest it. And one of the great things that they have on that website is random sutta. So you just click on it, and then just a random sutta will pop up. And you read it, and in the beginning I'd be like, okay, I'm reading this, I have no idea what they're talking about, this doesn't click with me, okay, next random sutta. So I'm just reading what you can, understanding what you can, and practicing. Practicing is the most important part, because you will see all of this. You will see the 7 factors of enlightenment. You will see the 5 hindrances. The 5 hindrances especially, you will see the 5 hindrances. I've probably had all 5 of them just meditating with you today, easily. So you will see that in your practice as you're doing it. So this is just really a case of putting this aside, just sitting down and just practicing. Not letting all of this mountain of information get in the way of your practice.